Hello guys, welcome to the video. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Turbo, of course, and today I want to be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. No, not the old one, I mean the sequel to the reboot of Battlefront, which is getting confusing now because now we're going to have a sequel that's not technically a sequel because it's been made before, so it's a reboot of a sequel to a sequel to a reboot. You know where I'm going with this, it's all complicated. So what do I personally want to see in the next update? Well, for starters, they could make it more like the originals. I don't want to keep on going about how much I hate these new remake games, but it would be really nice if they would actually listen to the fans, if they would actually look back at the old games and go, do you know what? They did that almost perfectly. What can we do to make it better? Keeping what was in the other ones would be a good start, you know, having the vast number of maps, large number of players, space battles, being able to have it be moddable, having a campaign, a galactic conquest, all that kind of thing. I think, and I feel, and I hope that they will bring into Battlefront 2. It would seem some spokespersons have already said that there's going to be, finally, a single-player campaign. Whether that actually means a single-player campaign or something that kind of looks like a single-player campaign remains to be seen. But I would really like to see Galactic Conquest brought back. It seems everybody really enjoyed that. And I feel as though that could be something that would be fantastic for online game modes, especially if you could have just 1v1s in Galactic Conquest. How amazing would that be? Just really long campaigns against a friend or against somebody you don't even know. It'd be fantastic. You know, I don't think anyone can really dispute how fantastic that would be. I'd also like to see them bring back actual vehicles on the map. I hated the whole power-up thing, and it looked completely out of place. And just a stark contrast when they went out of their way to make the graphics absolutely fantastic. Keep that, guys. You did so well with that. But it seems you kind of forgot to put a game in there somewhere as well. Literally, to make a good to make a good reboot, all they had to do was take the original Battlefront, or the original Battlefront 2, or even combine them both, do exactly what they did. Even if they did exactly what they did, but gave it those graphics, it would have been amazing. Absolutely amazing. But they seem to have forgotten about putting a game in there after they've done all the super duper amazing graphics. If they can keep that and make it more like the originals and expand on that perhaps, then that would be, I think, something we'd all like to see. It was also mentioned by this spokesperson that they're going to cover all the Star Wars eras. Now that would be really good because, again, with the lack of content in the first one, it would be nice. It would be really, really nice to just be able to do everything. If they can make a nice, big, bulky content game to start off with, and still find somewhere to put some DLC, because we know they will have to be DLC. There's always DLC. This is EA, after all. But if they can make the game a big game to begin with, without having to have loads of paid-for DLC, the game would sell like hotcakes. It really would. And of course, it goes without saying that we'd like to see some new planets, places we haven't been before. You could take anything. You could have Dagobah, just off the top of my head, that'd be a great one. Some Jedi Temple ruins, something that's not actually been done, at least in these remakes. Obviously, some new vehicles, some new character types. The Star Wars lore, the Star Wars universe is so vast, even after certain things were made non-canon. I mean, if they can get permission to use some things that are non-canon, just think where they could go with that, bringing characters that even in the movies or the TV shows, bringing something from some of the extended universe. That would be amazing. Will they even be allowed to do that? Who knows? But again, that would be something I'd really like to see, if they could bring some of those lesser known characters, or even some of the well-known characters from some of the books, for example. Of course, as it is always mentioned with the last one, it would be really good to also finally see space battles be properly brought into the game. I mean, I can't see why, when the original Star Wars Battlefront 3 was going to have planet-scale battles that would continue consistently, like No Man's Sky, up into space and back down again, if they could bring that feature back to life from what was going to be on the previous generation consoles. So I don't see how they couldn't do it now with even greater ease. That again would be something really amazing, and I'd really like to see. We're probably not going to get that happening, but we can dream, can't we? We can dream. Now for mod support, I don't think it's anything that will actually ever happen. I mean, it seems to be the case with most EA games that it just doesn't happen at all. But it would be nice if they could bring some of that old school moddable content back so people could create some things. Obviously not use it in the online modes, but maybe at least locally, or figure out something just so modders can do something. So if there is some missing content, people can create it and add it to the game. As I say, even if it's just locally, it'll be something that'll be amazing for creating short action sequences and stuff. If they could have like a moddable in-game camera as well, or just even have it built in like Battlefield 1 has. The possibilities are endless. There could be some amazing machinima done from some of these kind of things. And again, I can't say it enough, please, for the love of God, do away with the Battlefield pickups. It's not good. It doesn't look right at all. I know some people found that it grew on them after a while. For me, no. When I went back and played the actual original Battlefront and Battlefront 2 recently, and again a while ago before the remake the reboot came out the other year, I played it again, and it was really sad to see something that was so amazing, just the point being practically completely missed in the reboot. It was great to have the vehicles actually out there in the environment for people to see and use and get out of, not just something that was like a one-time power-up where you just teleported into the sky and suddenly you're in an X-Wing. It was nice to actually go into a hangar, grab an X-Wing, fly out, do battle, maybe get out if you could with a parachute or whatever. It would be great. It'd be great to actually have the vehicles there to look at and interact with, rather than just ding suddenly in the sky and something, or ding suddenly on the ground with something that just pops up out of nowhere. It just doesn't feel right having that. It would be better to have the actual vehicles on the map for this kind of skirmish, so people can see, oh, there's an AT-AT over there. An AT-ST over there. I'll run over there and get in it. I mean, it's not much different to a power-up, except at least wherever the vehicles are located, you would start from. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts and musings. What would you like to see? What do you think that I've missed? Or what would you like to add to the ramblings that have preceded in this video? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.